This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you on this day before Friday. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Bill Bryant. I still can't believe we lost the lottery.
Oh, man. Maybe next time.
It is Thursday, January 14th.
Now at 6 a.m., the record-breaking billion-dollar Powerball jackpot will have to be split at least 3 ways. Find out where the winning tickets were sold.
We're on top of that this morning. Also, a man who's fighting for his life after an overnight crash on Lexington's New Circle Road.
Also, police identified 2 suspects wanted for a Lexington teenager's murder.
We're looking pretty good this morning. Temperatures in the 30s, much warmer, if you will, than the past few mornings. And you know what? The afternoon, much better. We're talking 51 degrees. Extremely nice day in store. That does not last for long. I promise you that, and I'll have that coming up.
All right, let's get to the news. We begin with a developing story this morning in Lexington. Part of Main Street has just reopened after a hit-and-run crash. Police had part of Main Street blocked at Oliver Lewis Way. A car broke down there after crashing into a house off Leestown Road.
But police say the driver likely does not know what happened. WKYT's Mark Barber is live on Main Street to explain.
Good morning, Rebecca, and that's because police say this driver likely had a diabetic emergency. Now, the search for that hit-and-run driver who crashed into a home that ended here at the intersection of Main Street and Oliver Lewis Way about an hour ago. And about 30 minutes ago, police cleared the scene here and reopened Main Street to traffic. So the good news for drivers there this morning, this will not affect your early morning commute. Police say the search for that hit-and driver ended here because his car broke down on Main Street after he crashed into a home over on Boiling Springs Drive. Now, police say it is likely that this driver did not know what was happening when he hit that home and took off, so they are taking him to the hospital for treatment. They say he will not face any charges because of that diabetic emergency. Now, police tell me that they think this man was on his way to work when he crashed into the house. That home has been temporarily condemned this morning as firefighters wait for code enforcement to come out and take a look at it to see if it is still structurally sound. From what we can see, it appears as if most of the damage is toward that front area of the home, that front screened and porch. There's a large hole there. It's still not clear at this point if that car actually hit the house itself or damaged the structure itself. As for the driver involved in this crash, police say they are glad that the car broke down here on Main Street because of the fact that he was not aware of what he was doing. There's no telling what could have happened next. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. All right, there is good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad news. You and I, no one around here, won last night's huge $1.6 billion Powerball jackpot.
No, maybe next time. At least 3 winners are going to have to split the record-setting jackpot. The good news, you may have won a measly million.
Yeah, get by a while.
Yeah, and Michelle Chamberlain live with the winning Powerball numbers. Hello.
Yeah, these 3 winners across the country of the $1.6 billion jackpot. These tickets were sold in California, Florida, and Tennessee. But here in Kentucky, there were $3 million grand prize winners sold. We don't know which cities just yet. We'll know later today. But there were also 5 $50,000 tickets sold. Take a look at your tickets because you may be one of these winners. Last night's numbers were 4, 8, 19, 27, 34, and the Powerball 10. Now, Kentucky Lottery won't announce, like I said, the cities where these $1 million tickets were sold until later on this morning. But back to the big winners. 3 winners means $1.6 billion will be split 3 ways. Lottery officials in Tennessee say the winning ticket there was sold in Munford. That's just north of Memphis. The town has a population of 4,700. And out west, people were celebrating at 7-Eleven in California. The store there sold one of last night's winning tickets, and the owner said he isn't sure who the winner is just yet.
It's my pleasure. I'm very proud, and I'm very excited too.
And that store owner will receive a $1 million bonus for selling the winning ticket. There were office pools everywhere across the country. I know we had one here at WKYT. We did win. I'll tell you more on that coming up at 6:30. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Yeah, it's one of those don't spend it all in one place situations for us. Thank you very much for the report, Michelle. Our time this morning is 6:04, and there have been 4 murders in Lexington in the first 2 weeks of this new year. The city's police chief says none of them are connected. The most recent murder happening Tuesday night. That's when police say 23-year-old Timothy Brown Jr. was shot multiple times in a car outside the McDonald's on Russell Cave Road. Friends say Brown leaves behind 5 children. He played basketball at Bryan Station High School before graduating in 2010. His former coach said Brown had a great personality.
But he was very popular with his teammates. He wasn't a big talker, but when he did talk, he was like E.F. Hutton. Everybody wanted to listen.
So far, Lexington police have not made any arrests in that case. And Lexington police have issued 5 arrest warrants in a different murder case. 18-year-old Caleb Hallett was shot to death last weekend on University Drive. Police say the warrants are for 3 juveniles, along with 21-year-old Kenyon Hips and 18-year-old Marquess Smith. 2 of the juveniles are in custody.
New on WKYT this morning, a man is fighting for his life after an overnight crash in Lexington. Happened around midnight on New Circle Road near Alumni. Police say the driver was ejected from the SUV during the crash.
Initial investigation leads us to believe he was traveling on the outer loop of New Circle, lost control, somehow flips over the center median and landed in the inner loop lanes.
Well, the SUV landed on its side. The driver was taken to UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police had New Circle shut down at Alumni for more than 2 hours after the crash. An Eastern Kentucky man is now out of jail months after police say he caused a crash that killed a teenager. Jesse Bennett was charged with murder, but an Owsley County grand jury indicted him on a lesser charge of second-degree manslaughter. Because of that, he was able to leave jail. Police say Bennett's car hit a motorcycle in Owsley County last June while he was under the influence. 18-year-old Taylor Lannert, who was on the motorcycle, died.
This morning, deputies are trying to track down 2 men who they say broke into a Knox County store on the outskirts of Corbin. It happened at B&H Shoe Store. The sheriff's office says 2 men with their faces covered used a rock to break out the glass of the front door at the store. Once inside, deputies say the men quickly grabbed some merchandise and ran off.
A Whitley County doctor is now behind bars accused of practicing medicine without a license. Williamsburg police say last fall the Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure fined Sean Hudson for the way he was keeping records. The board also ordered him to attend classes on appropriate boundaries. But police say Hudson didn't pay the fine or go to his class, so his license was suspended. Police say then received a tip last week that Hudson was still seeing patients. They say he could face a felony charge for every patient he saw after being suspended, which may have been up to 30 a day.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Pretty good looking day in the forecast. This is a really, really nice day in terms of comparing it to every other day, because every other day does not look good. I'll show you that in your forecast. Let's get right into it. 34 degrees right now in Richmond. We're at 32 down the I-64 corridor. Much better than the single digits and teens where we have been the past couple of days, right? So we are getting better during the morning, much better toward the afternoon. By far the nicest day in the forecast. Sunny today, a few clouds filter in later on. Upper 40s, lower 50s, and we stay dry. That's well above average. It's a really, really pleasant day. Friday, here comes the rain. It slides on in, and it's mainly during the afternoon, off into the evening, but then we start to see that rain switch over into snow overnight. How much snow are we talking about? Not much with this one. I highly doubt we'll actually see some accumulation with this one. Nonetheless, there could be some isolated spots, but just know that, yeah, more than likely we'll see a couple of flakes overnight and into Saturday, but there's just not much with it. However, there's another system that's going to be gliding through there on the weekend, going in towards Sunday rather. So Saturday, you'll get some flakes here and there, but it's doubtful that we actually see accumulation. Sunday, I think that's a better opportunity for that as a system makes its way through. Light accumulations, though, with that one as well. Okay, so check this out. Did you know we will go with a 50-degree swing from today through Monday? So we're talking 51 degrees today, a whopping 0 degrees starting off Monday morning. 0. You heard me right. Here comes some really cold air. We're going through it on your 7-day forecast. 51 today. Rain moves in tomorrow. Saturday, a few flakes flying around, not a big issue. Sunday, here comes some snow showers in the forecast. And then, boom, you get that shot. It's some really cold air there at 15 degrees on Monday with overnight lows at 0 degrees. That 15-degree, Bill, That is your high. That's not your low. Better get ready for that one. That's big coat time, okay? You need the biggest coat you got, thickest coat you have, because it is going to be absolutely brutally cold.
One of those parachute coats with maybe some fur around it.
Right, yeah, just zip it all the way up, man.
So from 51 today to 0 Monday, huh?
Unbelievable.
That is
big
a ride.
swing. That's right.
Hang on for it. All right, 6:10 right now. And each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. And here's Officer Don with a look at what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Bill. Well, right now we're in decent shape on the Circle, the interstate, and traffic, of course, is light inbound Nicholasville Road and on Harrodsburg Road. We're going to look outside, show you a live view of traffic flow this morning. We get that in real time, and as you can see through the northern and southern splits, there's really not much to complain about on the interstate at the moment. Now, as far as our drive times go this morning, should be good to go as of right now as we keep a close eye on things for you coming in from Richmond across that Clays Ferry Bridge. Also from Clark County, from Winchester is about 22 minutes. Frankfort will take about 26, and then Nicholasville is just a short hop from Nicholasville to Lexington at about 14. Now, of course, we'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you. Coming up on 6:11 on WKYT this morning. It's great to have you along here on your Thursday.
Developing news overseas where police say there's been a Paris-style attack in Indonesia.
We'll have the latest on that. His word is coming in. Also, new details about the murder of an American woman in Italy. Stay with us on WKYT.
Welcome back in. 6:14 is the time. Developing this morning, the death toll is rising after brazen attacks in the capital of Indonesia.
Police say at least 7 people, including 4 attackers, are dead. Don Champion has the latest.
Yeah.
Surveillance video aired on Indonesian television shows a deadly explosion outside a Starbucks cafe in Jakarta. Witnesses say at least 3 suicide bombers exploded themselves in the city, while 2 gunmen attacked a police post. As chaos ensued, people could be seen running for safety on streets. News channels in the city broadcast the heavy response by officers, some in armored vehicles. In some places, there were reports of gun battles with attackers for more than an hour. In a statement, Starbucks said it was saddened by the attacks and announced all its stores in Jakarta would close for the rest of the day. The attacks happened after warnings in recent weeks by police that Islamic militants might be planning something. Don Champion, CBS News.
And no one has claimed responsibility for the attacks. Indonesia is the world's most populous Muslim nation.
Prosecutors say an American woman killed in Florence, Italy, suffered 2 fractures to her skull before she was strangled. Prosecutors say they're holding a prime suspect following analysis of DNA found on a condom, a cigarette, and under the victim's fingernails. They say a 25-year-old man from Senegal who arrived in Italy a few months ago illegally is the suspect in Ashley Olsen's death. Witnesses reported seeing the 2 leave a disco last Friday and go into her apartment.
Well, 7 leading Republican presidential candidates will square off tonight in South Carolina. It's their 6th debate of the campaign season. The latest polls show Ted Cruz ahead of Donald Trump, with Marco Rubio in 3rd. The first votes are in Iowa, and they're a little more than 2 weeks away. That, of course, is a caucus. Now, Kentucky U.S. Senator and presidential hopeful Rand Paul is still trying to get on that stage for tonight's debate. Senator Paul's campaign is urging Republican Party leaders to include him in the debate. Earlier this week, the debate host, Fox Business Network, said he would not be on the main stage because his polling numbers didn't qualify him for it. But Paul now says a new poll out released this week shows him in 5th place in Iowa. If he is not included in tonight's main stage debate, Paul says he will skip the undercard debate.
Well, the time right now is 6:17. The popular EOS lip balm is now at the center of a class action lawsuit. The suit filed by a California woman claims the egg-shaped lip balm left her with rashes, bleeding, and blistering. Lawyers say the claim that it uses the best in natural ingredients is false. The company released a statement on Facebook saying EOS products are safe to use and meet or exceed all safety standards. Chipotle has a plan to win back customers, give away more free food. Sales are down after recent E. coli and norovirus outbreaks. Chipotle says it will double the amount of free food it gives away to get customers back in the door. We'll see if it works. A Los Angeles clothing store is cashing in on the fashion of drug lord El Chapo. In a photo of the guy and Sean Penn taken during their visit, the fugitive was wearing a distinct blue and gray collared shirt that looks just like this one, very fashionable. The shirt is sold at a store in Los Angeles, and now the retailer is advertising it as the most wanted shirt, selling it for $128. The shirt is on back order. I'm sure Bill Bryan is over there typing away, ordering up his fashion-forward shirt. The best and worst airline ratings for 2016 are out. Alaska Airlines is #1, Virgin America #2, Delta is most improved, coming in at #3. American came in at the bottom, #9. Ratings are based on criteria like on-time arrival and baggage handling.
All right, thank you for. Mike is saying that those shirts could be worn out at Fancy Farm later in the year.
We're going to see them, huh?
Yeah, 6:19 on WKYT this morning. We're just getting started on your Thursday. And
here's a story from A to Z.
welcome back into WKYT this morning. Great to have you with us. 6:22 is the time on your Thursday.
Well, a driver was rushed to the hospital after crashing into a Lexington home.
And that's what's trending at this hour. Police think a diabetic emergency caused a man to crash into a home on Boiling Springs Drive off Leestown Road about 5 o'clock this morning. He then continued driving down Main Street where his car broke down at Oliver Lewis Way. Police say he is not facing any charges because of the medical situation.
Well, a man is at UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries after an overnight crash on New Circle at Alumni Drive. Police say the driver was ejected from his SUV during that rollover crash.
And 3 winning tickets in last night's record $1.6 billion Powerball jackpot drawings were sold in Tennessee, Florida, and California. Now here in Kentucky, 3 $1 million tickets were sold, as well as 5 $50,000 tickets were sold. The exact locations will be released later this morning.
Yeah, I think we're just all confused why they're just so down there so excited. You know, they're showing we're #1. Where are you #1 in? I don't get it. All right, yeah, here's First Alert Defender live radar. And the look across the way is a pretty good look. Now, the clouds are going to be filtering in later on. But all in all, once you wake up and get that sun going here in just about an hour, hour and a half, you're going to be seeing bright blue skies. Beautiful day and also good feeling day. It's 30 degrees there in Frankfort, 34 now at the Mountain Parkway, 34 in Lexington, and 27 right now in northern Kentucky. So it is still chilly, don't get me wrong. It's just not the single digits in teens. Go through the afternoon, we're 51 degrees, extremely, extremely nice weather. And that activity, though, it picks up the next few days, guys. We're going to be seeing tomorrow some rain move in, then it changes off into snow, then some Arctic cold comes. I mean, the coldest air so far this season. I'll get into that in just a few minutes.
That sounds so promising.
Well, he's talking about a 51-degree drop from today to Monday, so yeah, get ready for that.
Oh, man, oh, you got to get ready. You got to.
You have to love January, don't you? 6:24 now on WKYT this morning. Nominees for the annual Raspberry Awards have been announced.
4 movies scored a dubious 6 nominations, including 50 Shades of Grey for Worst Picture, Actor, and Actress. Pixels also earned a Worst Picture nomination, while star Adam Sandler was nominated for Worst Actor for both Pixels and the movie The Cobbler. The other movies to score 6 nominations are the comedy Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and the sci-fi feature Jupiter Ascending. The 36th annual Razzies will be awarded February 27th. Poor Adam Sandler cannot catch a break these days.
Well,
well, actually, the opposite of poor Adam Sandler.
And he can still, cash his checks. All right. While home in London for the holidays, the host of the Late Late Show, James Corden, picked up his friend Adele for a drive around the city.
They chatted a bit before bursting into song.
Oh, here's a story from A to Z. You wanna get with me? You better listen carefully. We got M in the place, Latin in the place. You got G on MC, Latin on the easy B. Doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. You'll see.
Okay, I remember that one. Adele says the Spice Girls were a big part of her childhood, and she remembers hearing their songs and thinking that singing could be her future.
But didn't you used to have, like, Spice Girls parties?
Yeah, on my own, and I would do... I mean, my 10th birthday was... There were 5 of us, and we were all Spice Girls, but I used to do, like...
Who were you?
I was always Joey.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that.
And then she left.
She left the band.
It was like, the first time I was truly heartbroken.
When she left?
Yeah. But
Is that
actual,
what
like,
someone like you's about?
She's referring to Jerry Halliwell there, one of the Spice Girls. What was she, spicy? Some spicy spice? Adele, who has released 3 albums, says her latest, 25, is the last one that will be titled with her age. You can catch The Late Late Show with James Corden weeknights right here on WKYT.
All right, she'll forever be 25 now, right? Okay.
She's doing pretty well for a 25-year-old.
Interesting that they had multiple cameras there on the dashboard, you know, for that little drive around London. Yeah. Okay. 6:26 on WKYT this morning. Great to have you with us here on your Thursday. Much more news on the way.
So here's a question. Have you been watching Making a Murderer? Coming up, we'll hear from one of the key characters in the Netflix hit.
Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $22 million, and after it was hit, Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is $40 million. Stay with us for more WKYT this morning.